Is the Philippines preparing to join the next generation of air power? New reports from South Korea suggest a growing belief that the Philippine Air Force may eventually become a future customer of the KAI KF-21 Boramae, South Korea's indigenous 4.5 generation fighter jet that is rapidly gaining global attention. Why is the Philippines seriously considering this aircraft? Why is the KF-21 suddenly the strongest contender? And will the Philippines be able to place an order before other countries like the UAE and Poland flood the production line? Let's break down the latest developments and why the KF-21 may soon become the most realistic option for the PAF's Multirole fighter project. For years, the Philippine government narrowed its choices for a multi-role fighter to just two platforms: the Lockheed Martin F-16 Block 70-72 Viper and the Saab JAS-39EF Gripen. These two jets have long been frontrunners. But the deeper the evaluation went, the more two major problems became impossible to ignore: visual price comparisons, delivery schedule charts. First, price. Both the Viper and the latest Gripen variants have grown more expensive than originally projected. Second, delivery time. Global backlogs mean that even if the Philippines signed today, the aircraft may not arrive anytime soon, a big issue for a country that urgently needs air defense capability. And that's where the KF-21 suddenly entered the spotlight. South Korea's KF-21 Boramae was once considered too new and too early for export. But as the program advanced faster than expected, the Philippine DND began a major internal review starting in the second half of 2025, and the findings were surprising. Despite being a twin-engine aircraft, the KF-21's projected price is significantly lower than the cost of a single-engine F-16 Block 70-72. This alone made the PAF officials take the aircraft far more seriously. Twin engines mean better survivability, more power, and greater capability without the usual heavy cost penalty. South Korea's manufacturing scale, government support, and experience with the FA-50 program have all helped keep the KF-21 highly competitive. But here's where things get more interesting. Reports indicate that the Philippines has already requested technical details for the KF-21 Block 2 variant, the full multi-role configuration. This means the PAF is not just casually observing the program. They're looking at the version capable of air defense interception, air superiority missions, air-to-ground precision strikes, standoff strike capability, anti-ship and maritime strike operations, and even electronic warfare missions. In short, the KF-21 Block 2 is built for the exact mission set the Philippines needs, especially in the West Philippine Sea. However, there is one major challenge. The Philippines might not be the only country eyeing the KF-21. Following South Korean President Lee Jae-myung's diplomatic efforts, the United Arab Emirates has expressed significant interest in the KF-21. And this is not a small deal. It is reportedly part of a massive $15 billion arms package. If the UAE places a large order, its position as a high-value defense partner means they could fast-track production slots, and that could push other customers, including the Philippines, further back in the line. The story doesn't end there. Poland, already one of the biggest buyers of South Korean defense equipment, is also expected to evaluate the KF-21. After spending tens of billions of dollars on K-2 tanks, K-9 howitzers, and FA-50 light combat jets, Poland is now deeply tied to Korean defense ecosystems. If Poland orders the KF-21, KAI will face even more pressure to prioritize production for these major customers. This means the Philippines must act fast if it wants an early slot. So what does all this mean for the future of the Philippine Air Force? If the reports are accurate, then the KF-21 offers the best price-to-capability ratio among all options, faster delivery compared to Western models, compatibility with existing FA-50 logistics and training, and long-term upgrade potential in a joint research ecosystem with South Korea. But the challenge now is timing and budget. If the Philippines waits too long, production queues may already be filled by countries with deeper pockets and larger orders. The KF-21 Boramae is no longer a future concept. It is becoming one of the most practical and strategically aligned choices for nations seeking modern air power without Western delivery delays. And for the Philippines, a country facing evolving regional threats, the KF-21 may very well be the key to achieving a credible and modern multi-role fighter capability. Will the Philippine Air Force become one of the first export customers of the KF-21? Or will the UAE and Poland secure the early slots before Manila can finalize the deal? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on Philippine defense modernization. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.